Today on SVG News, this PS5 fan revelation speaks volumes, but first, in a year of uncertainty, Rockstar is doing its part to maintain a little consistency in our lives by disappointing its fans.
Well, I'm happy to disappoint you, sir.
A major patch released on December 1st significantly overhauls some key features in Red Dead Online, the multiplayer Red Dead game that comes bundled with the innovative Red Dead Redemption 2. The update is titled Bounty Hunters, due to a focus on adding new bounties for players to track down, overall creating more to do in the bounty hunter role. While some of the patch's additions are intended to bring new players to its community, one new feature in particular has made some of the game's devoted fans upset.
Oh, good grief, I've goofed again.
Prior to the update, completing one daily challenge quest a day would count toward a streak. The higher the streak, the more gold bars will be awarded upon the completion of a given day's challenge. While the highest effective number a streak could reach was 28, the game nevertheless tracked consecutive completion days beyond that. One Reddit user claiming, quote, "The longest streak that ever was or ever will be shared an unbroken streak of 570. By maintaining numbers like these, players were awarded the highest possible amount of gold each day. Now Rockstar is revamping its streak system, starting with an across-the-board wipe of all player streaks, which will continue to occur at the beginning of every month moving forward.
You have got to be kidding me!
Furthermore, gold rewarded per day has been halved, meaning that a minimum 15-day streak is now required to gain the amount of gold previously rewarded to accounts with no streak whatsoever. Gold bars can be purchased through microtransactions, so some players are theorizing that developer Rockstar is ultimately trying to make more money, due to players now having a harder time obtaining gold at no real-world cost. For what it's worth, at least one Reddit post, albeit without quite the volume of upvotes as similar posts complaining about the update, posits that the change could be simply to even out the differential in gold owned between newer and older players. Other components of the patch are drawing a backlash too. Items awarded from a new battle pass, for example, are being largely described as underwhelming or even ugly. Meanwhile, an added gold cost needed to progress in the bounty hunter role central to the update is similarly controversial.
Bounty hunters. We don't need that scum.
Perhaps the most significant change to Red Dead Online is that it no longer requires a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 to play, giving fans of similar games an easier opportunity to try it out. Until February 21st of next year, a standalone copy of Red Dead Online will cost $4.99, before being raised to a non-sale price of $19.99. Inevitably, this increase in ease of access will bring an influx of new players to the game. The cost, however, may be a good chunk of its existing player base. Next up,
Ooh, you are loud.
the PlayStation line of consoles has a troubled history with managing fan noise. The original PlayStation 4, for example, is infamous for containing fans that impersonate jet engines. Yeah, like that! The PlayStation 5 is designed to be quieter than the PS4, and that gulf might widen with future firmware updates, but not every PS5 is equally quiet. While many reviews praise the PS5's whisper-quiet fans, not everyone is in agreement. Some gamers have reported PS5 fans that are louder than advertised. The French site Les Numériques, with a translation provided by GameRant, dove into the inner workings of the PS5 to find the cause for the discrepancy, and made a startling discovery. Some PS5s sport different fan models.
I had no idea.
Shortly after autopsying two different PS5s, the distinctions were immediately obvious. The quieter PS5 housed a fan with a higher number of angular blades, while the louder console sported a fan with fewer rounded blades. Since reproducibility is key to the scientific method, the site cracked open several more consoles and discovered that, once again, the quieter copies featured fans with more blades than the louder consoles. While Les Numériques might have potentially found the secret behind some rogue noisy PS5 consoles, the site also warns that fans aren't the only auditory culprit. Les Numériques believes some loud PS5s might suffer from coil whine, which is a vibration that occurs when power runs through an electric cable. Usually, you can't hear coil whine, but that's because the vibrations are often beyond the range of human hearing, not because they don't exist. When coil whine vibrates at the right frequency, it is very noticeable, however. According to Les Numériques, some loud PS5 noises are the result of coil whine. While this difference in fan model and sound quality might annoy some gamers, it's unclear what can be done about the discrepancy. It might be a roll of the dice which consoles sport which fans, but at the end of the day, Sony isn't breaking any laws, and your PS5 is still a damn good console.